I am Ashley Edwards and I'm head gardener here at Horatio's Garden, London and South East. We are a national charity and we build beautiful functional spaces for patients in spinal injury centres in NHS hospitals. The one we're at now is in northwest London in Stanmore at the Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital. And I run a team of volunteers and yeah, we maintain this beautiful space. The patients that are here, they've all had some form of spinal injury. That could be through accidents or it could be some sort of medical complication that's happened. And as a result of that spinal injury, many people lose some form of mobility. It's completely life-changing. It will totally flip your life upside down and it usually happens very instantly.
My name is Charlotte. I was admitted for rehab in May 2021. I've always been very active. I was a gymnast when I was young, and then swimming and surfing. I surf a lot and I love the ocean. And that's how I came to be in Costa Rica. And so on the day of my accident, I woke up very early to go for sunrise surf. I was driving this quad around because the place where I live was just like jungle road. So I put on my helmet, started the quad and started going. A lot of wind came into my face and my helmet, which wasn't closed properly, it seemed, was starting to fly away. So I took my left hand off the handlebar and then I lost control of the quad straight away. So it just tipped, and as soon as it hit me, I was just face down in the jungle, and I felt like my body had been cut in two, and I couldn't feel anything, couldn't move. So I was stuck there in the dark, really, waiting and shouting for people to come and find me. So I was in hospital in Costa Rica for a month. And then when I arrived at the Royal London Hospital, that's when someone told me I would never walk again. And that's when, well, I just completely, lost hope. I didn't want to leave. I was thinking I just wanted to die. Most people who experience spinal cord injury will face this kind of really, really, really dark moment. When I arrived here, I was very depressed because of what I was told in the previous hospital. And they said, look, there's this garden, and once you're allowed to be in a wheelchair, you can go in the garden. So the first time I came in the garden, it was just so nice.
The garden is separated into two halves, and you can notice around me the beds, and they've got these lovely curved edges to them, and that really helps people practicing in their wheelchairs for the first time, getting around the garden. We also have this amazing raised bed, so if you're at wheelchair height, you can look at the flowers, and they're all at head height, and they're looking back at you, which is really nice. We planted thousands of bulbs in autumn and they're all erupting from the soil now. They look fantastic. But this garden was designed to have interest all year round because people were here all year round. So we have lots of evergreens, lots of grasses in the autumn, and there's always something to see, which I love about this garden.
It was so nice to be able to go outside on my own. It was just green and it was so colorful, and I remember feeling like, oh, okay, this is a much better place to be already. So I met Ashley in the garden, and Ashley was just like this very smiley and kind person, and he really shared his passion about this garden and about how nature can heal and help.
This is my favourite place on a cold day, the greenhouse, which is where I do most of my activities with patients. So I'm a trained horticultural therapist and I use plants to help people. So this could be if somebody wants to work on their hand function. It could be that we are working with seeds. So we start off with bigger seeds like peas and beans, sowing those, which are easier to pick up. practice with those, and then we work our way down to something like a tomato seed, which is very tiny. And some people are even working on standing, so it could be that they're at the bench using their muscles to stand up at the bench while they're working. The amazing thing about sowing seeds is that you can really take hope in small things. And, you know, I've had people come in here and checking up on their seedlings at the weekends and watering and caring for them. And I think having that connection with plants and nature can really help you get through some dark times. On my left is the garden room, and this is really the social hub of the garden. It's where we have lots of activities, including music. We do painting and crafts and also gardening sometimes. It's a real hub of activity in there. On this side of the garden, we have our garden pods, which are really well used by patients here, especially for visits. Even when it's raining or snowing or windy, you can sit inside the pods, which are heated and cozy, and view the garden, watch the birds come in and watch the clouds moving and the trees and the wind.
The garden was so important because meeting people and just like being able to talk about what's going on with them directly, and they're going through exactly the same thing, is so important. One of the main things that gave me hope again was to meet another patient in the garden. And he said to me, he said, "You'll walk again. You'll walk again. It might take 2 years, but you'll walk again." I think from that point onward, I was like working harder, and like that happened in the garden. I think when I took the first few steps, it was hope, like pure hope. I don't think I would be like here right now. I might have progressed, but much slower. I don't think my mind would be as strong if I hadn't had the opportunity to get out of my world and be in the garden. I always say the garden is not just a garden, it's a breath of fresh air, and it's access to nature. It's the opportunity for people who spend a long time in hospital. Being in rehab when you're newly paralyzed can be very, very long. To reconnect with nature and reconnect with the power of nature and the sounds and the colors. And you don't get sounds and colors in hospitals, you just don't. Yeah, it wouldn't have been the same.
For me, this has to be one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had, because on a day-to-day basis, I get to see the impact that this garden has on people's lives. And during probably one of the most troubling times you can go through, this garden provides a sanctuary. And I feel really proud that we as a team here have built this community in this garden. And I just feel that it changes people's lives, and I see that every day.